My friends, we know that there's been a lot of win trading going on, and BioWare has come back and punished a lot of these accounts. People have questions, and Mike Bradley has come out in a rather lengthy forum piece and answered a lot of them. My friends, let's take a look. Hello my friends, Boomy here once again with another video for you, my Swtor brothers and sisters out there in a galaxy far, far, far away. If this is your first time on the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button for all your Swtor news, funds, and updates. Please do. My friends, we have some information via Mike Bradley on the PvP team who is handing out the punishments and trying to stop win trading. If you're not familiar with win trading is, say Kid Lee and I are going to play some PvP. Kid needs to win. And I'm like, dude, I have an idea. I'll lose so you win. Or I'll just not fight really hard so it's not as bad for you. So let's so win for win, right? You do the same for me, party on. Now this happens all the time. There was a time in World of Warcraft during, I believe, the Mists of Pandaria expansion, where there was a specific progression quest that you had to do. I forgot what it was for exactly, but PvP was part of it, and the community hated it. The PvEers wanted nothing of it until finally we actually all started getting together on Horde side and Alliance side and started taking turns who would win and who would lose so we can get, the parts of that progression quest done. Win trading. So there you go. Now, there are big punishments for this because this is a big no-no, and Mike Bradley has come out, and I've done many videos on this, about what they're going to do, how they're trying to track these things, and what punishments they have divvied out thus far. Now, there's some people who have taken some umbrage with this and asked a lot of questions about the steps BioWare has taken. So Mike Bradley came out in a rather lengthy, so we are going to go through it because I think it's justified, right? BioWare is communicating. We want to hear from them. We want to hear how these miscreants are being handled and what BioWare is doing about it. So here we go from Mike Bradley's written words and from my mouth. Here we go, my friends. Let's take a look right now. Mike says, hello all. In June, we caught and punished 24 accounts for win trading or cheating in PvP. We have suspended the accounts, zeroed out all ranked ratings of every character for those accounts, removed all their ranked PvP reward tokens. Personally, I think that's all fair. He continues, there was one account that we have permanently banned this month for repeated cheating offenses. Good on them. Good on them. I would take a harsher stand on that one, but that's just me. He says, I understand that many of you were dissatisfied with the contents of last month's report, so I'd like to loop back and speak specifically to some points and questions which were raised there. And I think this is really good for devs to come out and talk about these things and to get ahead of a lot of these stuff and just communicate with the community that might have some worries about certain things. He continues, the CS community service, customer service, sorry, suspicions, because I can't read, that's fine. Colorful Khakis said, also, why haven't you guys opened up a dialogue of some of these win traders seemingly having control on customer service support? He who shall not be named, Voldemort, has admitted to being employed by one of the EU locations, likely one in Ireland where your TOS team is based. He has insiders that are aiding and abetting his and his friends' illegal behavior. Oh, that's right there. If that is true, that's just wrong. Meryl says, well, the question is whether you think you really get all the appeals. I mean, I'm sure you guys are not like the first ones to get these. There must be some staff gathering and forwarding them to you. What people were concerned about is whether you really get all the appeals and whether someone isn't able to resolve it without knowing about it. There is that as well. I'm sure there's some innocence things, collateral damage in all this. And we hope that doesn't happen, but it does happen. And here's his response. This is simply not true. I know our Galloway team. We are in contact with them on a daily basis. And contrary to rumors you may hear, they are one of our greatest allies in stopping cheaters in PvP, not helping them. Without going into too much detail, the tools our CS teams use have meticulous history of anything that is done to an account. It is simply not possible that secretly helping an account could happen or go unnoticed, which is true, and I'm sure someone would get fired quickly if they, helped cheaters cheat. Which seems more likely that several employees at every level of that office would risk their careers, reputations, and livelihoods to protect the cheating players' points in a video game? Or that someone is lying on the internet? Let me think about that. It's the internet. Well, we all know what that answer is. Let's talk about punishments, he says. A couple of people have asked. 1 week ban is not an actual punishment. Nah, it's really more of a slap on the wrist, so I'll give him that one. These punishments are far too lenient. I think the punishment is a bit mild, don't you? Tougher punishments, less leniency for past offenders, please. I agree 100% with that. I'm like that in real life, so there's that. Now that I'm sharing specifics on how many accounts we catch and what action we take against them, it's clear that many, if not all of you, are displeased with the severity of the punishments in these cases. I'd like to talk about these punishments, what our goals are to having them, and why I'm also dissatisfied with aspects of them and what we're focused on trying to improve going forward. It is amazing, if I can do a sidebar here, amazing when you have devs say, yeah, I'm not pleased with some of this stuff too, and these are the things we're doing to go forward so we can all somewhat come to a good balance and compromise. I love that about dev teams when they can come out and communicate that. Our goals. The cornerstone of our game and our team is that we want people to play and enjoy the game. When players cheat, hack, exploit, bot, trade, win, scam, harass other players, or any other form of rule-breaking behavior, we have to make decisions on how to punish every possible infraction. In making these decisions, we look at the offense, what exactly they did, how they did it, what we believe they were trying to achieve, who was affected, how severely, and then we attempt to craft a punishment that we feel is fitting for each offense, which, is fair. They should do that. They shouldn't, I know sometimes I can talk tough, but you really shouldn't paint with a really broad brush. Sometimes just some infractions are just really dumb and just accidents, and some people say, I'm going to try this for the first time, and then they get caught. Okay, just, whatever. He continues, this is absolutely an imperfect process, but it is one grounded in the goal that we want to change and deter the problematic behavior so that as many people can play and enjoy our game as possible. No arguments there. We know that not all of our punishments are completely effective at changing bad behavior, but we have pretty good evidence that many of them are. I have no problem with any conversation revolving around the effectiveness of punishments, which ones seem to work, which ones don't, and sharing ideas for deterring or discouraging cheating. Within our team, we are constantly having discussion on these topics specifically, and I do my best to ensure that those discussions are reinforced by the ideas and sentiments shared here on the forums. Talks about banning accounts. Every account we action for cheating gets an email that spells out very clearly if we catch them again, punishments will be more severe, up to and including account closure. I've seen a couple posts asking that I clarify where exactly the line is and what specifically will get an account banned. I'm reluctant to go into too much detail here because I worry that rather than be a deterrent, it would reveal the exact level of tolerance we have. He's got a point. They're pushing the boundaries. They want to see just how far they can push. Yeah, so I totally agree with where he's going on this. He continues, and that those who cheat would know exactly how far they can push the boundaries. Hello. At the end of the day, the primary reason that we are not more regularly banning accounts is that very few cross that line after their first punishment. Which, yeah, I'm pretty sure that most people, once they get caught, they get a little punch, they're like, okay, fine, I'm done. It seems to be a small crop of people who are like, nope, I'm going to keep pushing this just to see what happens. I don't get it. I've read punishments that claim that we're afraid to ban accounts that give us money. Not true. That there is no amount of cheating that will get you permanently banned. Also, not true. Or that we should lower the bar for banning accounts and do so more freely. Honestly, that's a fair debate that several of us on the team are having every month. The truth is, we do permanently ban accounts that we repeatedly catch cheating. We've banned around a dozen accounts just this season, and I imagine there will be a couple more before it's over. In some instances, we've seen bans meaningfully change behavior, and in others, we have seen players simply make new accounts and continue cheating. So even these punishments are not the cure-all that they may seem. And now he goes into why he's dissatisfied with the punishments. He says, I'm also frustrated with some of these punishments because they are only treating symptoms of the problem and not the problems themselves. In my view, one of the biggest problems is that in some ways, our system, leaderboards, and PvP quest rewards can incentivize bad behavior. Given the tools that we have right now and the specific actions that we're currently able to take, these do not feel like problems that we can realistically punish our way out of. I know that it's tempting to believe that permanent bans are the only solution to all these problems, but we've seen that it is not always the case, and in these instances, I think we need a better solution. Given the bridges that I'm trying to build between our studio and this community, I've been asked specifically to work with our designers and analytics team to come up with some new actions that we can take against cheaters that will remove their ability to ruin the experience for others, while also staying true to our primary goal for the game. So far we have promising leads, and while I'll allude to some below, I'm hesitant to go into too much detail here until we can firmly commit the time and resources to them. And he continues in closing, as a quick caveat, I can't promise that any of these will be enacted within a certain time frame, but these are all specific areas that we're doing our utmost to build consensus around within the studio. Conversations on these points are happening regularly, every week, and some are getting real traction. As soon as we have designs solidified and scheduled on our calendar, I will let you all know. And now he has the bullet points of what they want to do. A way to remove cheaters from PvP queues all together for the duration of the season. I kind of like that, how you can have a system to where if your account's been flagged for cheating, they ban you, like you are just cut off, you're gated from the. I like that. That's a great idea. How can we adjust our PvP rewards and our systems to decentivize bad behavior across the board? Extra conditionals to improve the average quality of PvP matches, even if it lengthens queue time somewhat. Lockout timers for those who leave ranked matches or decline to queue. Better data on 3 versus 4 matchups, how we can track them more accurately and do more to prevent them altogether. How to grow overall player involvement in PvP, ranked and unranked. And he closes, I appreciate the time and effort that many of you took to submit reports to the new email address. The additional evidence provided there has been very helpful in our ongoing efforts to clean up cheating in PvP. Look for an extra report later this month regarding another special investigation we're wrapping up. Spoiler alert, there will be bans. Until next time, Mike Bradley. Well, there you have it. I thought this was a great article by Mike. Very good explanations as to why and why they don't do certain punishments and things to cheaters out there, and dispelling a lot of the rumors because it's the internet, right? I mean, it's the internet. I trust it as far as I can throw it. I'm just trying to imagine how that would work. But I really like this, and I love, like I said, the communication style and how he's just talking to everyone and giving us a glimpse into his world and what they're doing. Yes, they cannot tell us everything, because to do so, like he said in his response on the forum post, if you tell everyone where the boundaries are, then they're going to keep pushing it. It's kind of like, well, we're going to tell the enemy when we're going to leave the war, so they'll be cool, right? Everything will be great. No, you don't tell them, or you don't even tell them when you're going to go in. We're going to tell them this date that we're going to invade. All's going to be kosher, right? No, you don't do that. That's dumb. You don't do it at all. But no, yeah, I mean, hello. We've all pushed boundaries. We all like to know how far we can push things. So I think it's a good idea that they don't talk about that in there. And like I said, I love the way I have punishments with queue times. If your account has some suspicious activity on it when it comes to cheating or whatnot, you might get gated in your queue time. And I think that's a good thing. I think a lot of these ideas that they've proposed are great for the team, great for the community. And I think in the last bullet point, he says how to grow overall player involvement in PvP, ranked and unranked, is people just need to play. Now, PvP is one of those weird things, microcosms, right? In most games, as long as you're not Fortnite or Fortnite and other games very similar to that battle royale genre, a lot of games are story driven. So yeah, you're going to, a majority of players are your PvEers. And then you have the small microcosm of the PvPers in there. And then in our world, the even smaller microcosm of the Galactic Starfighter people, like myself. But yeah, I think that with this, if we wanted to continue to grow, wanted to continue to get better, and really keep these cheaters on their toes and, go, hey, we don't want you here. Start getting in, start playing. It's not everyone's cup of tea, and I'm not telling you that's what you need to do. But hey, it might be fun going with some friends and have fun doing it. Just don't trade wins, and that'll be a good day for you. Just don't do that. Anyways, my friends, put your comments in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts on all this. Is BioWare doing the right thing? Should they explain more? Should they curtail some punishments? Or should the punishments be even far stricter? Let me know down in the comment section below, my friends. And hit that like button, of course. If you like what you see here, we'd love for you to do that. Lets everyone know that we're here. And if you really, really, really like what you see here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Become part of the family here at Boomy Nation, the Freak Show, YouTube, the black sheep of gaming. And as something special that new that we're doing, and we're going to continue on all the Swtor and Anthem and probably Fallout 76 videos, is send me your Swtor screenshots, and I will make sure that they make it to the end of the video. So you have to make it all the way to the end. Don't fast forward. I see you. Make it all the way to the end. You might see your screenshot there. The information is down below in the information below right there. My email address, TheBoomyShow@gmail.com. Best place to send it. So at the end of this video, take a look at some of the screenshots that have already come our way, my friends. Remember, it's about community, have fun, and no cheating. My friends, we'll see you later. Good day.